What's up, everybody? This is Colin. I'm here with Donovan, one of my students, and we will review some amazing creatives today. I hope they are amazing, Donovan. You took your time to do a batch of 35 creatives-ish. Yeah. And
yeah, let's hope they're good.
let's have a look on what you came up with. So obviously it's a neutral product. You re-attempted somewhere in the flower fruit range. I see you ended up going with some fungus.
Yeah,
Right, perfect. And what else we got? Some medical, yeah?
yeah, a little bit of medical.
Okay,
Shocking.
okay. Shocking. That's specifically shocking. Yeah, I told you no blood, right?
Yeah.
So specifically with the shocking fear-based stuff, you want to be out of the reach of the compliance. But these are quite interesting. So the ones you sent me before, let's also pick those up, right? Because I didn't give you any real feedback on that. Specifically, so these flowers, yeah?
Yeah.
So the thing I said about these flowers was they're beautiful, right? Which is true. They're eye-catching, which is also true, but they're quite boring, right? So the curiosity element is not necessarily there. Now let's look at them on a bigger picture, right? So when the images load and they become HD, you can see that the images are quite centered, right? So it's definitely clear that almost in all of these images, it is about the flower petal, right?
Yeah.
Now, that could be something that is really strong. So for anybody who doesn't know Donovan, no advertising experience, and this is the first batch, which has been extremely impressive so far. So I gotta say that, gotta admit that you're doing quite well with the power stash. But when it comes to these images, it will be quite difficult because the hook on the headline will be the part if this image makes sense or not.
Yeah.
We would look at this flower and we would be like, that's a beautiful flower or petals from a branch. Buy, right? And the attention is gone. If there would be like something like with the tip of the petal, so this tip of the petal gives superpowers or whatever, then the brain makes a correlation between this little thing and the headline. But I think to be able to read the headline, or at least try to attempt and read the headline, that connection has to be there, which these are not too over the top to be able to willing to make that connection by yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, definitely.
So something like this is, again, very artistic. It's way too zoomed in, right? So this one doesn't fit the 5 rules, but it's powerful. I've seen this one many times before. The problem here is the contrast, really, right?
Yeah.
One thing that also might sound strange, but the spikes will probably not make it through compliance.
Okay.
Right, which is like any type of danger, especially with the red color there, usually doesn't go that well. Just a little bit more risky. But the question here remains same here, no questions. These are seeds, some kind of fruit. Yeah, they are beautiful images, and the thing is, they are so HD. The contrast is so clear. So you would imagine that everything lines up, right? Everything is great, but we have a hierarchy in the creative process, and the number one on the hierarchy is curiosity, right?
Yeah.
If the curiosity is not there, then the other ones are less or not even important at all. This one is HD. There's a lot of color, but this one has no contrast, right? Because this is basically one big blur of color.
Yeah.
Specifically, can you see my mouse?
Yes.
Yeah, so you see the color background here. These two colors basically is a blend of this color, right?
All the same.
Yeah, the flowers look great because of the coloring, but it makes it that it doesn't pop as much as your other ones do. For example, this one. This one. All right, this one might be quite interesting. It's really zoomed in, but the great part here is that the background is blurred. Right, because the background is blurred. What's that thing? The whistle thingy the entire time.
I can close. I'm going to close the door
No,
quickly.
that's okay. That's okay. You can keep it open. I'm just curious. Is that like a traffic guy or whatever?
Yeah, they're playing soccer next door. Let me close it. I'm going to close it.
They're playing soccer next door. I was like, maybe it's like a traffic cop or whatever. It's like the whistle going off the entire time. That's jokes. That's jokes.
Should be a bit better now.
No, that's all good, mate. That's all good. I was just curious because I heard it like 3 times in 5 minutes, and that's like quite a unique sound as well. Where was I with my story? The blurred background, yeah. Then the burnt tips. So with this, I said there was no potential. Maybe I was a little bit too quick to judge. On a closer look, this might be something that you could work with. The problem here, I would say, is you might have issues finding more exactly like this.
Okay.
Right? It's quite unique. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it's almost like a seed or something like that. Huh?
Yeah, like maybe the inside of something, because it has like the apple seeds kind of. So maybe it's like a fruit kind of thingy, but it looks like a flower. But yeah, with reversed image search, something like that might work wonders. Cool. I think this one is beautiful, but again, no contrast. So the contrast is here, centered, but then again, it's more of like, you remember as a child, you had these things where you could basically draw circles.
Yeah.
And this is what that's like. You just get lost with your eyes in like the big pool of awesomeness. This one is too faded. So that's also one thing that keeps coming back, which is I called it grayscale last time, where the image colors are not as bright. So the image colors are, this is red and this is purple, which have a good contrast, but they're not as HD, which makes that, so this is like red. Yes. Right? This is red, but faded. It depends on the lens of the camera that they make the picture with, the quality, so to say, that this one is not suitable. This one is not suitable because you just can't tell what it is, right? If you would look at this from like, turn your head, look at the image, it might be like a burger with like some ketchup on it, right? Yeah. Because you can't identify it too quick. The reason why not, because it's too zoomed in, right? Too zoomed in, might not be taken from the right angle, not as useful. I think this one is gorgeous. This is the one you would put in a gallery. But then again, it's a tulip and what? And nothing, unfortunately. Oh, these look like teeth. You see? Yeah, they do. Super nasty, or like inside of a walnut. Yeah. Again, I don't feel any curiosity there. And this is the one that smells very intense, right? The flower. Yeah. What's this called? You know?
I have no idea. Just like the picture.
It's called, in spring, we have them everywhere. They plant them like whole fucking lanes in the grass field of this thing. And people pick them out from the ground, fucking retarded. But the government puts them in the ground. What's they called? Well, I don't know. Anyway, you can tell that one potentially yield from like 25 flower images is just too difficult, right? Yeah. But you got some mushrooms, right? The reason why mushrooms are so much more interesting and easier to spark curiosity is because mushrooms by themselves are mysterious. Any fantasy book that you read, they can do potions, they can be poisonous. There are a lot of questions when you see a mushroom. When you would see a mushroom in the forest, the first thing you think is, can I touch it? Is it poisonous? Yeah. Right? The first thing you see when you see a flower is, that's a flower. Yeah. Right? Especially now they are blue, any curiosity element is already present. So that's why I loved that you picked the mushrooms, or at least the fungus style, because of that benefit. So this one would be suitable. Preferably, I would take it from a different angle, the shot. Why? Because for me, it makes sense. This is a mushroom because I see this little pattern right below the mushroom. Yeah. But we have it very big. Imagine that it would be small, right? Like, where is it? So I sent you the banana, right? The blue banana. I thought that was quite funny. It just like bang came up in my head. I saw it once. Where,
it definitely gave me a thought pattern of what to do, which was great.
yeah, a little example. The
Yeah.
little banana is so random. Okay, so we started at image 19 apparently,
Yeah.
but if you can imagine, if it's that small, you might not be able to distinguish because a regular. Let me pull up a regular mushroom. A regular mushroom is always taken from the side top angle. You
Yeah.
see? Side top, more top, side top, side top, side top. Why? Because that's how we identify a mushroom. Your picture is taken from bottom side. You
Yeah.
see? So the angle would have to come from here, not from here, right?
Okay.
So that is one way you could easily improve. So this is already like a 6 out of 10 image. Could be easy an 8 out of 10 by just picking the different angle.
Angle. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, back up this one. Right, please explain me what this is and why you think it's great.
I don't know. The hands draw me to it, and then there was a little bit of curiosity in the actual fruit. That's why I picked it.
I think the hands are great. The hands are always great because they gesture, look at this, right?
Yeah.
You automatically look at something if it's presented to you. The black neutral background is great. His hands are a little dirty, but I think nobody will see that on the ad.
Yeah.
The question now is, what the fuck am I looking at? Right?
Yeah.
I can see from the background here, it's a little watermelon kind of thingy, right?
Yeah.
But that will blend in, so you won't be able to see that. So the eyes are here, and maybe here or here, right? On the inside of the thing. There's so much going on the inside of the thing. We got seeds, we got some flesh, we got some hair or whatever the fuck this is, right? There's too much.
Okay.
And when there's too much, there's nothing, right?
Cool.
It's just that half a second of attention. So something that would have huge potential in this case would be a lot better if it just had the one.
Okay.
Right, the one, and preferably it would look a little bit different on the inside. So either the, what's this called, like the seeds or whatever the fuck this is.
Hey.
Okay, this one. Yeah, all right. Let me try to counter this one because I know people love this and it could 100% work, but I hate it, and I will tell you why.
Yeah.
When somebody looks at you, it makes you look at them. So that's one why this one would be great, right? You have the curiosity because she's eating something very weird. Why would you eat this flower, right? Yeah. My problem is funny doesn't convert. Okay. That's my whole argument, right? It would be great if she would bite it and not make the look like I'm getting paid to make this look. Yeah. Because nobody looks like that when they eat a flower, right? She's looking like, oh my God, look at me. And that's what I think breaks this image or the potential of this image. I would test it, right? Put it in your set and test it because this is the kind of image that might sporadically do extremely well all of a sudden. Okay. But I fucking hate it. 0 out of 10 for me. Ooh. Okay. I see what you did there. I like the gray on the green on the red. So definitely a lot of attention. But obviously we can't see what it actually is. Yeah. Right? The gray just blends too much and the red stands out. So if you would say red chip flower, then in a headline, you got the hook, right? But if you would say anything else that we have to examine this image, it doesn't work. Because we can only basically see the red coming out of whatever this is. And to be fair, I can't even tell what it is.
Yeah, so it's too zoomed in, basically.
Perhaps, but even if we would zoom it out, the lines, you can see the petal lines, right here. It's just a flower that's very hard to, or whatever it is, to see with the eye. It's just not the right color, I think.
Yeah.
Wood?
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Oh, there we go. Wood, sweet potato, could be rock. Yeah. could be tree. Yeah, no, this is too zoomed in. And it's also a strange color for a sweet potato. So sweet potato would be normal potato color or like the American orange sweet potato.
Yeah.
Right? That's what people identify as sweet potato. Maybe I'm generalizing right now, but let's see. Sweet potato. Oh, you can't see my screen.
No, I can't. Huh?
Ah, okay, my bad. Hang on. I'll just share my entire screen. There we go. See, so sweet potato is this one.
Yeah, just general.
And the one you have is maybe like a yam or kind of thing, like purple sweet potato. There we go. I've never seen one in real life purple. So I have this one, which comes from the US, actually.
Yeah,
and we have
that,
this one, like the normal one, which comes from like wherever the fuck it's from.
Yeah, that was like your blue banana, basically. Yeah, the sweet potato that's got a different color. That's what I was thinking.
Ah, it's like the blue banana. All right, then I have another question for you. Yeah.
Okay.
So if this, okay, you shouldn't have said that, my friend. Okay, blue banana. Yeah, we can see that this is a banana. We can see that these are banana. Okay, now we go to your sweet potato.
Fair enough.
We can't see that as a sweet potato. So if we could see that it would be a potato, it would not be that much of an issue. Yeah. Okay. But we can't see that as a potato. So here, obviously, yes, we can see that this is corn. The reason why is we cannot see the leaves. I don't think you can make the distinction that quick, like, oh, these are corn leaves, but it's the corn on the cob, yeah, that we identify. So small. They have different colors. Looks a little fake, but definitely worth a shot, like genetic mutation or whatever. Yeah, that would be suitable. Cool. Okay, so again, just something that comes to my mind when I see this is when you have different color shrooms, the same thing as frogs, that if they are one color but different, then it might be exciting. This looks dangerous. Okay. Right? Because probably if you eat this, you're gonna fucking die or trip the fuck out of your mind because they all have a different color. Why? Yeah. Because if they would grow in nature, would nature give them all a different color, or would they be, this looks fake? Fake or dangerous? One of the two. Okay. Does that make sense? My analogy? Yeah, that's just how I think, right?
Yeah, I just saw that as a rainbow, so I was like, okay, cool, let's do it.
Skittles, yeah. Trippy Skittles. I think this one is great. So this one has the concept of multiple grade factors. It's zoomed in, but not too zoomed in. Yes. The 40% of the image is the core, 60% is neutral. So the background is neutral and it's blurred. So that's great. Yeah. It is green, so we know we are in a forest surrounding, but you have the earth, which is extremely important. As soon as you see the earth and you see some white, same thing as a carrot from the ground or any other stalk vegetable from the ground, it starts white, right? So we can see this groove from the ground. The hairiness, the redness is what sparks the curiosity. So this would be my #1 pick so far in terms of image. I have no clue what it is. Must be some kind of mushroom as well. But definitely interesting. Yeah, this is too zoomed in because it's super big. Look at the leaves, how big they are. And it's probably the wrong angle. If you take it from this bottom and you have this, I think it's quite difficult to identify this. It looks like the inside of a whale mouth. Yeah, it definitely does. That's what it makes me think of. It is definitely unique. So the color pattern alone, the purple on the yellow, I think it's just quite difficult to identify it as a mushroom if you're not into the mushroom scene. Okay. So this one is good. Yeah, it's the same as this one. I think this one is better because the colors are a little bit more warm. Yeah. Right. This one is again a little bit more pale, but doesn't mean it has the hand. It has the cornfield. So this one is definitely suitable. Okay. Oh, interesting. I would say suitable for this one. Blurred background, contrast of the seeds on the whatever this is. So this makes it curious because it doesn't look like the. Oh my God! It's extremely zoomed in. If you look at the spikes, these spikes are probably in real life this big. Yeah. And these seeds are probably extremely small because it looks kind of like a pie, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Probably wouldn't eat it, but
I think it's a chili cactus.
Yeah, it's a cactus.
Yeah, okay. Chili cactus.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's dope. This is a good find. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here. The problem is, in my opinion, this.
Shouldn't be there.
The thing is, it drags away my eye. I see this thing, but I can't help look at this thing whenever I'm looking at this thing.
Okay.
Right? So what is this when I'm looking at this? This isn't like chocolate, chocolate shroom or whatever it is. It is quite interesting, but you might want to utilize an arrow here on the image just to point out this, because I think like this makes sense, but I can't help look at this, and I already see what it is. But every time I look here, I want to look here. So an arrow from this side might work well with this. But yeah, it's definitely unique.
MGID doesn't use arrows in that, yeah?
Sorry?
MGID doesn't have arrows. They don't allow arrows in that.
No. But if you would use any other platform, then yes. Yeah, it depends on the placement. So for most, they don't. So if you run a general list, then it's not allowed.
Yeah.
This one is a no for me. Why? It's too bright. So they have all the bright colors here aligned. And I think this is not working in the favor of the image, the cream or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Are these bugs or?
Yeah, I think it's fungus. Yeah?
Also fungus. Nah, fuck that. Doesn't. It's not that appealing. Ooh. Okay, what's this? So random.
Very random, but I put it in there and just wanted to see what you said. I actually call it coppering of a leaf or flower or something. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I just have no fucking clue how you would ever tie this to a neutral product.
Okay.
So definitely there are so many questions right now, right? When you look at somebody painting a tree blue, would be great, but your headline would be extremely experimental, difficult to tie into the coherency of the flow.
Got it.
But good try, definitely. Okay, so this is the same one. This one is good.
Yeah.
This one is good, but you need to increase the brightness, preferably around the image. So the background a little bit, bring it a little bit more forward. I don't think you can do it with Photoshop. I'm just looking at it, it's just too dark, but you can try.
I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah, this one is not suitable. It's the brown on the brown, which doesn't work. So the red drags attention, but if you look,
sorry,
yeah, important businessman, eh? If you look at this one, it's taken from the right angle, again, top side. If you've taken this one, top side, this one top, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the top side is very important. We already discussed this one. I love this one, but I don't think people will identify it as a fungus. That's the problem.
Okay.
It looks more like something like, if you look at like not the left part, but the right part, it looks like a chicken foot.
I just about to say the same thing. Yeah.
It looks like a chicken foot. Yeah, I think it's great contest, HD, not too zoomed in, but I just have no fucking clue what I'm looking at. So not suitable.
Cool.
Not suitable. It's too red, and these things, they don't pop enough. So it's kind of the same as the one we had before with the, no, it's not allowing me to scroll in the list, but it's the same thing as last time. This looks like something that we would not say on YouTube, but yeah, they are suitable, my friend. I don't know which dark alleyway on Google you took to find this, but it's suitable. Yeah, I mean, good curiosity there. I think 2 would even work. There's no need for 4, but if the image is like this, then it's fine. Blurred background. You can see a consistent pattern, right, on the good images. Very weird colors, side top, blurred background, a lot of neutral colors behind them. Yeah, that's like a consistent pattern that comes back on like good creatives. And for everybody watching here, when I say good creatives, I mean the least shit creatives, right? So we want to launch a campaign where we already know that we have removed images that are of the lowest quality, which are obviously not going to run. All the images that we do select, when we say these are suitable images, might not even perform, right? Because it really depends on the audience what the actual reaction would be. This is not suitable, it's too dark.
Yep.
This is suitable. but only because of this, not because of this.
Yeah,
right? So we make the connection. This is again side top, and this must be the same as this, right? He's presenting it with his hands, and there's a lot of neutral colors. Perfect. This is nice. This one I will disapprove because this is blue bananas, and you're not allowed to steal my shit. This one is a side top of your original image, but now we're missing some part of the story, right?
Yeah.
What is this? Is this a poopa scoopa? What are we looking at? You're missing the part where it connects with the ground. So we make the connection that it must be some kind of fungus growing or plant growing or whatever it is. So we only have half the story here, which makes this not suitable.
That makes sense.
And this one is too dark.
Okay.
I like this, but I think it's too fake. Fake, not vague, but fake.
Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't be able to tell that easily what it actually is, again, because you're looking at the bottom part of a cut up mushroom, but it looks cool. So your plant fungus decision, good.
Yeah.
Relative to the other one you did before this, I can't recall. Well, the plants, then the fungus is definitely better. But I feel like it's about to get worse.
Yeah, probably will, because this is my first shot. So let's see what happens.
All right, please tell me what your thoughts were when you did this.
So I was going for the shocking angle, and maybe this is not shocking, but if you've got 3 or 4, 5 people around you, it's shocking. Something's definitely wrong. And it looks like a person, but it isn't a person. That was my thinking.
Okay. What would happen most likely? You know, you can always try it, but this displays open trauma, which is not allowed by compliance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because of the firefighters or ambulance. They don't want public servants to be in the image.
Cool.
Right. Other than that, yeah, it's just not a good image in general. I mean, this would more look like a news report cover, right?
Cool.
This one is savage. Here it's about contrast. It would be a funny image, but this is the color of his skin relative to the colors that he's wearing. He's gonna fade like, not to be racist or anything, but he's gonna be one black bulb on the image, right? When you look at it. So because you can't see his head properly. Yeah. So if the head would be upright, you can see it's a human. Right now, if you see it this small, it looks like somebody's cut off the head. You see? Right here at the bottom.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but the idea is good, at least.
Yeah. Okay.
So with trauma specifically and fear, people need to feel the experience of the fear. You know, this is scary. I saw somebody this morning getting fucking put in the ambulance. There was like a fucking 20-minute line with cars. And obviously I bicycled to work, so I could just pass them. And it was like a huge fucking car crash. Somebody was put on this thing. If you not see somebody on it, if you not see somebody in a hospital bed, it's not the same as seeing an empty hospital bed.
True.
Right? Puncture of the skin, that's 100% not allowed by compliance.
Cool.
Puncture of the skin, or at least attachment to the skin, not allowed. And bra, also NC-17 compliance category. So, is this supposed to be for fat people? Because now she looks skinny.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for overweight people, no? Obese.
Yeah, but she looks skinny.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah?
Okay, get it.
I didn't know that they even made this kind of stuff. When he died, just cut off his belly, no? might be cheaper. Savage. Bruh, this is some like dick skin kind of thing, you know? It's like, what are we looking at? This is like a bar mitzvah foreskin kind of game, probably. Yeah, we're not gonna do this one. That will not make it past compliance. This is a stock image, which is also not allowed according to the 5 rules. This is puncture of the skin.
Yeah.
And this is also a stock image, which would be one of the better stock images, right? But yeah, this is let me see if I can find one for fear. Just an example, right? I'm just going to go for obese. So something like this is also not allowed. Blood on the skin or anything like this, black on the skin. Yeah. It's just too shocking, you know. A lot of people will see it, and compliance-wise, they don't want that. Or at least the publishers don't want that. MGID doesn't give a fuck, I think. So probably something like this. So you see there's a lot of images which I skip because they don't have that feel. But this is probably the best one. She's an oxygen. She sits in bed. You can see she's struggling. You can see she's big as fuck, and she doesn't look happy.
Okay.
Right? Something like this, like she's eating pizza. She doesn't give a fuck that she's fat as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? And then that's not the message you want to like when it comes down to the fear. The fear is you fat and you don't want to be this fat. Right?
Cool.
And any problem with like heart attack or anything like this, that's already a step too far, because most people are not that far in their mind. They don't want to be this fat.
Yeah. Because
they're already fat, right?
Cool. I've got it.
Let's see. Yeah, that's your list. So I would definitely redo the fear. I think this is a good one. Yeah, let's not do shocking. Let's do fear.
Yeah.
Fear would be best. And then, take the ones from the fungus and the plant, that one from the plants. Yeah, you might as well skip that one. But do the ones from the fungus that are suitable.
Okay.
Combine that with the fish we had before. So fish, fungus, and then the last one. You might need a little bit more fungus, maybe 4 or 5 more good fungus ones.
Cool.
And then you need, let's say, 10 of the fear that are suitable. And then we're ready to move on.
Yeah, perfect. I'll get on that.
Perfect. Everybody, that was Donovan's appearance. We might see him again in the future. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.